I'm currently on a circular hike around a beautiful Tuscan town, San Gimignano. 800 years ago, imagine 72 towers. Today, there are about 14. And you know what? Tonight, I'm staying in one. What if you could sleep inside a medieval tower? A tower 800 years old, like one of those behind me. Well, guess what? That's where I'm staying tonight. Let's go check it out. San Gimignano, just a beautiful place to visit in Tuscany. One of the big four, really. Florence, Siena, Pisa, San Gimignano. And this is the entrance to the tower. And when you book this tower, that's what you get, all the way to the top. And look, here we are in the entrance foyer. It's quite small. And from the entrance foyer, the first floor, we go up to the second floor where the kitchen, the first of two kitchens. So let's have a look around. By the way, the walls are about 5 feet thick. This is not a castle. This is not a museum. This is an 800-year-old tower in the middle of San Gimignano. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. Share, thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoy this episode. So from the entrance and foyer, we're up on the first floor, the kitchen area. And it looks quite spacious, doesn't it? But keep in mind, the wall thickness is over 5 feet. I'll show you for an example. To the window is the thickness of the wall. So that area has been knocked out to enhance the size of the kitchen. But up above me, you'll see how small the rooms in this tower actually are. And keep in mind, in the 13th century, the towers did not have staircases, rather ladders. And at night, those ladders would be pulled up to prevent anyone from potentially attacking the tower during the night. Now, let's go and explore the rest. In that direction, up to a beautiful viewing point that looks over the wonderful, breathtaking landscape of Tuscany. Okay, let's talk about this place. Torre Salvucci Maggiore, a real 13th century tower that you can stay in. There's no elevator, there is a TV, Wi-Fi down on the lower level, definitely no room service, just stone walls, wooden beams and the feeling that you've time travelled. Each floor is its own little room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living space, all stacked like a vertical dollhouse. So here I am in the kitchen, the last level of the tower before we go outside. The views up there are spectacular. They've got a table, chair and so on, and that's why the kitchen is here. You can prepare a meal or you can get the chef to prepare something for you. At the moment it's raining, so I'll take you up there a little bit later. Torre Salvucci Maggiore. Now it's not your typical Airbnb, it's more like time travel. Every creak that you hear isn't a whisper from the past. So here I am, evening time, 13th century tower built by the nobility. This tower is 800 years old. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. 800 years. There's got to be some sort of spiritual intervention in here. I'm talking ghost. What do you think, everyone? Far out. Did you hear that? Only joking. Now, it's bedtime for me. I'll hopefully get back to you in the morning and let you know how the night went. Buonanotte. So the morning after, the night before, how did it all go? Look, it wasn't the best night's sleep I've ever had. The mattress, not fantastic. Look, nice and warm, and I'm just thinking about what it would have been like 800 years ago. No heating, chamber pot. I've had a nice warm shower down there and came up here to a magnificent sunrise with the mist down in the valleys. Check this out. And of course, the big advantage of staying in San Gimignano overnight, you get the opportunity to get off the beaten track a little bit and go for a walk around San Gimignano, because you get this sort of perspective that you don't get from within San Gimignano itself, even though that's beautiful in the town. But isn't it great to see San Gimignano from a distance? And this particular walk is about a 9-kilometre circular route around San Gimignano, and I use the Komoot app, KOMOOT. It's good for anywhere in the world. And this is a great walk, but you need about 2.5 hours. Have you got that time in your itinerary? And if you haven't, don't try and stretch it. Just enjoy San Gimignano inside the city walls, because it is fantastic. San Gimignano, before the crowds arrive, just fantastic. So get here early, better still, what about staying for the night? Let's go check it out before the crowds. So I want to take you up to the northwestern corner, the old fortress. On a day trip, a lot of people don't get up to this part of San Gimignano, and it's actually quite a quick little walk. So I'll turn the camera around and just show you where I'm walking. And this is what I want to show you, the lookout of the fortress in the northwestern corner of San Gimignano. In the morning at this time, I've got it to myself. Now let's have a look. As we pan back towards the towers of San Gimignano. Now I booked the tower about a week ago, so just type in a tower stay in San Gimignano. You can't go wrong. Nevertheless, I'll put the details in the video description below. Now when I booked, I also booked a restaurant, and I'll show you that where we're going later in the episode. And then I started thinking, right, I need to find a place where, you know, I can get some nice views and have a pre-dinner drink overlooking Tuscany. Then all of a sudden, I thought, expat lifestyle. You're an idiot. We're living in a tower. There's fantastic views up above. So that made it very, very easy for me. Now, the astute amongst you would have noticed in the gift pack a little bottle of red. So, guess where I'm going now? Up to the rooftop, and let's just check out the views of Tuscany on the top of San Gimignano. Andiamo, let's go. And here we are. Our first glimpse on top of the tower. Just as the church bells start ringing. And look at that. I wonder who put that there. Isn't it beautiful? So what do you think, everyone? It's pretty special up here, isn't it? Just fantastic. And the weather's been a little bit rough, but you know what? The wind has dropped right off now. Yes, we've got some cloud cover, but it is just wonderful. Okay. So Chianti Classical 2020 organic wine. Quite a local brew, this one. So the 5 S's: swirl, smell, see, sip and savour. Can't complain about that. In the gift pack. A nice touch. So most of the towers here in San Gimignano are around 800 years old. Just unbelievable, isn't it? So much stone, so much labour. On the top of the hill, all the stones were brought manually here, you know, all cut, and they're just magnificent buildings. Back in the day, 72 towers. Imagine that, up on this hilltop. Since that time, we now have about, I think there's 14 towers, and this really is the only one where you can stay, walk up and down. Some of the other towers have stairwells. The one next door has an elevator to the top, but the apartment area is down near the bottom floor. Whereas this tower, you can move between the floors, as I've already shown you. Great experience. Look, it's not easy. The stairs are quite steep. You do have to be careful, but I'm loving it here. It's a great experience, and one I'll cherish for a long, long time. Now, how do you get to San Gimignano? Well, from Florence by car, you're here in about an hour. It's 57 kilometres, about 30 miles or so. You can catch a bus from Florence too, with one change at Poggi Bonzi, but that'll take you about 2 hours. Otherwise, you can do a day trip from Florence, whether that's a winery tour, where you maybe go to Siena, go to a winery close by with lovely views of San Gimignano, have a meal, and then venture on here and explore the town for about 2 hours. Or you do one of those big day trips, Pisa, Siena, San Gimignano, perhaps a winery in there as well. So they're quite long days, but if your time is limited, a fantastic way to experience Tuscany. Now, living here in Florence, I'm so fortunate. You know what? This is my 7th time here, first time overnight. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because at the moment, most of the day trippers will be starting to leave and San Gimignano will start to quiet down a bit. We've got a restaurant booked, and I'll put in the details in the video description below, and I'll show you a little bit of that restaurant very, very soon. Now, back to that wine. Look, it's getting towards 7 p.m. and we can see it's still quite busy. The well looks fabulous, doesn't it? Look at the stonework. It is magnificent here in San Gimignano. It really is. So I guess a lot of these people, it's a Sunday, 7 p.m. just enjoying themselves. Maybe most are staying here as we are. So look, we're off to a restaurant, Vecchie, Mura. We've got it booked for 7 p.m. So let's just see how it is, okay? Ooh. Grazie.
You have a reserve?
7 p.m. Right, so here we go. Sliced beef. We've got artichoke, roast potato, and a beef stew on the other side of the table there. Just a local beer. Nice beer. I'll let you know how it all goes down. Hey, look, not too bad at all. We've got a colleague's husband who has a restaurant in Florence. His artichokes a little bit better. But having said that, it's pretty good. Tiramisu. And look, there we have it. An overnight stay in an 800-year-old medieval tower here in San Gimignano. It's a recommendation, but you do need to be fairly fit and agile because the stairways are quite narrow. It can be a little bit claustrophobic too, so it's something to keep in mind. Having said that, what a wonderful experience. Expat Lifestyle with Bags. Share, thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this episode here at a medieval tower in San Gimignano. Ciao.